More than a week ago, Lexington police found a man inside a burning car. Today, they've made 3 arrests in the murder. What family and friends have to say about the victim coming up.
A Lexington man shoots himself while handcuffed. Now he's charged with 1 endangerment. The details ahead. And before you make dinner plans tonight, we've got something for you to keep in mind. How you can dine out this evening while helping out a good cause.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. Today, 3 people were arrested after police say more than a week ago they found a former member of the National Guard in a burning car.
Our Caitlin Sentner was there as 2 of the 3 answered to the charges today in court and has reaction from the family and friends of the victim. It's our top story at 4:30.
A lot of new details have surfaced today in the murder of a 24-year-old Lexington man. Before today, no arrests have been made, and now we have 3 arrests today. 2 of those people made an initial appearance in court. Police are now saying Trevor Dilger, a former National Guardsman, was shot to death before a man drove him out to a remote location in Lexington and set the car on fire. Jeremy Harris is behind bars today, charged with murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Christy Hanley is charged with tampering and abuse of a corpse as well. According to an arrest citation, Hanley bought gas to cover up the murder. The pair appeared in front of Judge Kim Wilkie today, who set bond at $500,000 each. Friends and family of Trevor Dilger have been searching for answers as to why this happened to their loved one.
The biggest question is how somebody could do this to another person. How can you murder someone and then set a car on fire with them in it? I mean, that just, it really blows my mind how somebody could be that sick and deranged to be capable of doing something like that.
A 3rd arrest has been made, and that's 23-year-old Justin Sloan. He was not in court this afternoon in Lexington. Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Sloan is charged with tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse, and arson. Harris and Hanley are scheduled back in court later this month for a preliminary hearing. We have some new information about a Lexington man accused of firing a gun while in handcuffs. Bo Anderson is charged with wanton endangerment, among other things. On Friday, police say they were called to the Waffle House on 8th and Boonesboro Road about a suspicious vehicle. Police say Anderson and others were in the car with drugs. At one point, police handcuffed Anderson, and that's when they say he pulled out a gun and shot himself. Well, the rain is still holding off for now, but it looks like we'll see some definitely this weekend.
We know it's coming. Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell on the schedule, the timing of this.
Well, the timing, it's really all about Saturday, guys. Saturday into Sunday, but the initial big push will get here, I think, into the early morning hours on Saturday, and then we'll deal with a couple of more rounds that day. You see out there now, generally quiet, just some clouds showing up across most of the area, meaning that we ended up at with some pretty warm temperatures, especially outside of the cloud cover. You'll find a lot of upper 80s. What we've got going on is we're in between systems. Frontal boundary kind of sagged through here yesterday, slowly worked through, by the way, and it's hanging out just to our south. We've got another that's energizing out to our northwest. That one's going to mean business, but it's a slow mover, and it's the one that's going to bring better chances of showers and storms to the area as we progress into, of course, the weekend. Right now, we're at 87 degrees. Feels like temperature 88. We're catching a northeasterly wind around 9 miles per hour. Here's the rest of the forecast period for you through the evening and into tomorrow right around this time. You'll see that we increase the heat, but we'll also have another chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's just a small chance. Most of us are dry tomorrow. The better chances do arrive for a very soggy weekend. I'll break all of it down in the hour by hour coming up in a few minutes.
When a person is put in a drug rehab in a facility, there is very little holding them in that place. They can walk out whenever they want. But a law that's been around for a while and is gaining some traction lately is meant to make sure patients in rehab cannot get out. Casey's Law allows a friend or family member to get a court-ordered petition to get their loved one in rehab. And then if they leave rehab, a warrant is issued for their arrest.
I said, hey, my daughter's at our house right now, and can you come arrest her for me?
If you would have asked me 10 years ago if I would have ever been proactive about putting my child in jail, I would have said, you know, it's crazy.
And tonight at 6 on WKYT, the journey one family went through to get their addicted child help and how Casey's Law probably saved her life. If you're looking for an excuse maybe not to cook tonight, look no further. AIDS Volunteers of Lexington holding its annual Dining Out for Life event to help in the fight against HIV and AIDS.
We hope you're hungry, and today only you can help AVOL raise money by dining out at certain Lexington restaurants. Our Andrea Walker joins us now with the details.
If you enjoy going out for a nice meal at a place like Locals, where we are this afternoon, we have the perfect fundraiser for you, and it's going on right now.
Today marks the 7th annual Dining Out for Life event benefiting AIDS Volunteers of Lexington, or AVOL, which provides housing for hundreds of Kentuckians living with HIV and AIDS. The fundraiser is easy. All you have to do is eat out at one of the participating restaurants, and 25% of your bill will go straight to AVOL.
Dining Out for Life is our largest fundraiser each year, and we're raising money to cover needs that are not covered by our grants. And so when clients have issues they need help with, housing assistance, rental assistance, food, medical assistance, we're able to provide those things.
In addition to your meal, you can also make your own donations. Donation envelopes available at participating restaurants will be entered into a drawing to win some great prizes, including a pair of tickets to see the Rent 20th Anniversary Tour at the Lexington Opera House.
You can find a full list of all 37 restaurants participating in today's event on our website, WKYT.com. In Lexington, Andrea Walker, WKYT.
A portion of this year's proceeds will also support Movable Feast, Bluegrass Care Clinic, and the Lake Cumberland Care Coordinator Program, AVOL's partners in service. The New York Jets are 0-1, just like the Buffalo Bills. It's game 2 of the NFL season and the first on Thursday night.
Both need a win to get momentum for the rest of the season. Jamie Yukas has more.
Jets, Jets, Jets.
The battle is on in Buffalo, a city known for 3 things.
Football, cold, wings.
At Anchor Bar, home of the original Buffalo wing, they'll crank out all fans can eat during the first primetime game in 4 years.
For a normal business day, we usually sell about 2,000 wings a day. We're anticipating somewhere around 4,000 for tomorrow night's game.
A win would be tasty. The Bills have beat the Jets 6 of the last 7 games. And ex-Jets head coach Rex Ryan and his brother Rob are now in charge in Buffalo.
But victory is hard to come by here. The Bills have the longest playoff drought in pro sports, 16 years, and they've never won a Super Bowl.
This is something we've learned to accept and we deal with, and we keep moving on. You have to be a very resilient, hardy person to be a Buffalo Bills fan.
So do you guys almost embrace the fact that you lose?
To some degree.
In the early 90s, Buffalo fans watched as their team lost an unprecedented 4 straight Super Bowls. But even the most frustrating moments have bred new reasons to cheer. Just look at the online movement, #BillsMafia, created by fans and embraced by the players.
It was a real tongue-in-cheek joke. I wasn't looking to start a movement.
But it became such a hit, co-founder Del Reed went on to create 26 shirts. The first $8 of each T-shirt goes back to local charities.
We always say that we're the only T-shirt company that's not in the T-shirt business. We're in the helping people business.
Doing good, even when the team is not. Plus, broadcaster Phil Simms puts the eternal optimism this way.
Man, when they do make it, it's going to be a joyous day.
A long time in the making for fans who will not give up. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Orchard Park, New York.
Well, a loss for either team will be a blow. Starting the season 0-2 and losing to a division opponent can be a hard place to recover from. Savvy Shields is beginning her reign as Miss America in the Big Apple. That's coming up here on WKYT News at 4:30.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
A lot of sunshine finding its way to the area today and some decent temperatures. Even though we're a little bit warmer, we've got some upper 80s across parts of Kentucky. Still not a bad day at all. It's 86 degrees in Frankfort and Danville, 88 Somerset, London, so you find the better concentration of heat there. It's even 91 in Bowling Green at this point. So still dealing with some of that summer heat because it is still summer out there after all. Not until next Thursday. That is when we find fall officially arriving around here. So a week left, and we're going to have a taste of both in the overall 7-day forecast here. You compare our temperatures right now to what they were looking like yesterday, and very little change. We're a little bit cooler, so I'm just showing you how warm it was at the same exact time. 2 degrees cooler here in Lexington, even cooler out to our east there with 2, 4, maybe up to 5 degrees. So again, overall, with that new air mass kind of swept in here, it was a weak frontal boundary, but it was one that brought a little bit of change to the air. Here's what we have on Defender Radar Network currently, and you're not going to find much in the way of precipitation anywhere across Kentucky. We had a little complex of showers and storms showing up across Owensboro earlier. The only thing we have left from that is the cloud cover that now leads the way, kind of sticking its head into parts of central Kentucky at this point, just kind of poking in here right now. So some clouds, you'll notice a little thicker deck of that trying to sweep into the area. That's the only real change or anything that we have going on. Again, still tracking this, a slow-moving cold front that will be working its way into the area, more so into the weekend. You're going to have that moisture supply getting cranked up from the Gulf of Mexico and just feeding rounds of showers and thunderstorms into the area as we head into the weekend. So as long as we've got that flow feeding the front, we're going to keep a pretty active pattern around here. But the catch is it'll come in waves. You can see the waves with our hour-by-hour run. We'll go through the rest of the evening, overnight, and into the early morning hours, and you'll see mid and upper 60s, very normal for this time of year. And let's get into your Friday. An isolated chance of a shower or a thunderstorm will be possible, and if you notice, there's not a lot of green showing up, meaning, I backed it up a little bit too, I don't agree with it. We're going to be in very good shape tomorrow. So you might have 1 or 2 showers pop up like this. So daytime highs, upper 80s. That's some heat. Now, we go rolling into your Friday night and Saturday. This is where things start to change. This I agree with, the way the showers are starting to come together here past midnight and through the early morning hours. We get in a couple of waves there. That's the first big push of moisture. Well, let's get into the afternoon and evening when the front actually starts interacting with Kentucky, and we'll get another chance of some showers and thunderstorms here at 5 o'clock here. So rounds of rain here in the area, and they'll continue to work through central and into eastern Kentucky. Here's a 7-day forecast. Because of that rain and the fact that we'll have those clouds around on Saturday, I think we're stuck around 80. There's a good chance that we might be in the upper 70s. Mid-70s with more widespread rain on Sunday, and then we'll get a little bit of a break. But a very active weekend, guys, coming at us here. So here's my best advice. If you're going to any outdoor activities, just be prepared for a little calm and then more rain.
Not so nice, though, huh?
That's the best way. That's the nicest way I can put it.
That's the nicest way you can put it for us.
We buy some ponchos for the game.
Yeah, a lot of people have a rain plan for the game.
You will have to have one. I guarantee at some point it's going to rain. You'll have at least a shower.
You've told us. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the Jessamine County Fairgrounds, where we are preparing for the 3rd annual Fall Festival and Tractor Show. Fun from the fairgrounds when we return here on WKYT. Say bye.
Bye. Oh, I just love everything about fall, and it may not officially be fall yet, but it is fall festival time here in the Bluegrass.
And our Deanne Stevens is out and about on how it's a tradition in many towns. She joins us from the Jessamine County Fairgrounds. Hey, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the Jessamine County Fairgrounds, where I'm trying to drive this tractor and operate this microphone. Sweet Harmon here is trying to help me out so I don't get myself in a jam. This is a beautiful John Deere tractor, one of many that you'll be able to see here at the annual Fall Festival here at the Jessamine County Fairgrounds. Harmon, how'd I do?
Done great.
Now, if I can just climb off of here, right? Thank you. All right, that was a quick lesson. You're a good teacher. The tractor show. Tell us about the different tractors we'll see.
Well, you got a lot of about all ages. The older one is one I have here.
What year is that?
1946.
Wow.
This was the biggest tractor that John Deere built at that time. And the engine, cubic-wise, is the largest they ever built.
Really? They just don't make them like that anymore, right?
No, they don't make them like that anymore.
Is that something, Harmon, that you still use?
No, not much. It's more, it was okay in its day.
Right.
It beat a mule real bad. But it's, you know, everything's gone more modern.
Right.
And even the tractor you was riding there has got most of the better features on it, like power steering and independent power shaft and some of that stuff that you don't have on all of them.
And some of these tractors now that I've seen are even enclosed with air conditioning, and you can even listen to the radio while you're mowing, can't you? But we're not going to see those kind here at the tractor show. What are we going to see? Robbie, let's walk this way. Okay. What are we going to see?
You're going to see all the old John Deeres. You're going to see some older Internationals. There's even an older cab tractor with air conditioner sitting out here in International. Be some hit and miss engines. We even got kids pedal tractors out to be out this weekend for the kids to pull and have like tractor pulls.
Well, you've got kids activities too, and I understand you've got some things for the ladies.
Yes, ma'am. We got some vendors and arts and crafts vendors. I know there'll be Mary Kay here. There'll be some other vendors for the ladies that make bows and stuff like that for their hair. Several different things.
You've got it all covered, it sounds like.
I think I do. I try.
A band, right?
Yes, the Moron Brothers will be here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Band out of Wilmore, Kentucky, two-piece guy. They're a bunch of comedians, but real good, and a lot of people have a lot of fun with them.
Now, how much is it, admission and all that?
It's free admission. Any donations are appreciated. We are a non-profit organization, the Farm Machinery Club is, so we accept all donations.
Okay.
And we appreciate them.
What time things kick off tomorrow night?
We start off actually with a dessert auction around 6:30.
You're speaking to my heart.
And then the Moron Brothers start playing at 7.
Okay, and come out and see the beautiful tractors, the beautiful antique cars. And listen, I'm doing this on purpose because every time we get close to these fabulous group of guys, they disperse, they run, they don't want to be anywhere near the camera, but you got to at least come out and see them and see the cars, see the cars that they'll have here this weekend as well. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about in Jessamine County, preparing for the annual festival and tractor show. Come on out and see them this weekend. Back to you guys.
Sounds like a good time. Thanks, Deanne. Miss America 2017 kicked off her year-long reign with a visit to the Empire State Building in New York. Savvy Shields is the third Miss Arkansas to become Miss America. She says she plans to use the contest scholarship money to pursue a master's degree in fine arts at the University of Arkansas.
Coming up, find out where you can take an outdoor yoga class with some help from a friendly farm animal.
Our only window to the world down here in the studio is right over there with Jim, and I see it, and it looks like a lot more clouds starting to come into our area now.
It's kind of one of those days was a little overcast. You knew something's coming, but it didn't hit, Jim. So I was happy for that, but we know this weekend, boy, it is going to come, right?
It is going to come, and it might come in buckets at times, but then it'll take a break. That's going to be the kind of theme of the showers and storms we get on Saturday, and that window she's referencing is picking up on more clouds. That's our sky cam. And the temperature in Lexington down because of that, because the clouds have kind of thickened up here in Fayette County. 85 degrees now, 86 in Danville. We had that little shot come in from our west that kind of cooled things off in a couple of spots out there. There you see those clouds that I'm talking about, a little thicker band of them. A few showers attached to them out in western portions of Kentucky earlier. It looks like a little might still be trying to exist out there. It's just hard as it's working into this relatively dry environment. Now, as we look ahead here with some of our headlines, another shot of heat will arrive here tomorrow. We're back into the upper 80s, but the thing about it is storms will quickly follow. They roll into the area as we head into your Saturday and even an isolated chance tomorrow. Overall, a very wet weekend. We'll be tracking that mess for you, of course, over the next few days. And Officer Don is also tracking traffic right now. What you got?
A couple of issues, Jim, including 2 injury collisions. Now, one is at Georgetown and Price. That has outbound Georgetown blocked, and there's also a crash on 4th at Lime, that one downtown, causing problems to that whole intersection. The interstate's back open on 75 southbound, but the exit ramp to the 104 remains closed at 8th and Boonesboro. That's because of a diesel fuel spill on that exit ramp where police have it completely blocked off from southbound 75. Drive times to Versailles, 12 minutes, to Paris, 23, and to Winchester, 25. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. All right, this is quite a combination. Missing snakes and goat yoga. It's true. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Can't wait for that second one. In one Georgia town, the search is on for 14 missing pythons. The owner of the snake says that they were in very secure cages. She says for them to get out, it had to be deliberate. Animal Control says the ball pythons are not venomous and will probably run away before they get to anyone. That's
good news, yes. Yoga is great for relaxation and exercise, but one Oregon community is adding an extra element. An Oregon farm has a waiting list of more than 500 people wanting to do goat yoga. It is just like normal yoga, but goats wander around and help you out, or at least they try to help. The goats are mainly there to create a distraction from the world. One participant says the goats are a lot of fun.
It's a whimsical experience. There's really no other way to describe it.
There's also the possibility of a covered area in the future, which would allow this to happen year-round. I love exercise. I love working out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the goats help.
They trim the grass.
There you go.
They have a purpose there.
I hope they don't eat
More
your
power to you.
I hope they don't eat your yoga mat.
I hope not either. All right.
Well, on that note, please stick with us. We've got your news at 5 o'clock coming your way right now.